Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's Greater St. Helens League. Second place, third place, fourth place tiebreaker at Battleground District Stadium. Nick Sisson here on behalf of N2 Media and Greater St. Helens League Athletics. The lead-in says it all, folks. 3 teams, 3 spots. They all go to the playoffs. We just don't know in what order quite yet, and it will be important because one of these 3 teams here tonight is going to have to take a tough trip up north to Tumwater High School to take on probably the number 1 ranked in the state 2A team, the Tumwater Thunderbirds. There are others, but Tumwater in the upper echelon of the 2A standings for sure. Ridgefield and Hudson's Bay will start things off here tonight. Ridgefield wearing the road uniforms here in white, and Hudson's Bay warming up on the opposite end of the field wearing the home black. We've got a big press box here in the way, and well, I might have requested from the event staff here that we do everything on the end zone to our left. So hopefully that comes to fruition. If not, I'm going to have to scurry down and see if I can't reposition the camera. But back to the game itself, Hudson's Bay and Ridgefield. How we got here. Both of these teams finished 5-2 in the Greater St. Helens League. Hudson's Bay actually had a better overall record at 7 wins and 2 losses. Ridgefield, meanwhile, 6-3. Played a pretty tough schedule. But when these 2 teams played each other earlier in the season, it was at Ridgefield High School. And Hudson's Bay came away with the W, 28-24, on a kickoff return for touchdown after surrendering the go-ahead field goal with just about 2 minutes left in the game. Ridgefield went on top 24-21, and Raphael Bauman, a key contributor on special teams, but specifically at the running back position, took the kickoff return to the house as the Eagles were off and running in the Greater St. Helens League standings. They actually started 5-0 overall on the season. Started out 3-0 in the Greater St. Helens League. One of Bay's defeats this year was at home against Washougal, a team that was predominantly thought to have been the favorite, prohibitive favorite, coming into the regular season, and that they would build on last year's state qualifying game that they had against Highline High School on the road in Burien, in which they came 3 points shy of advancing to the quarterfinal round. They returned arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the state, not to mention the 2A classification, of course, in Holden B. But after Washougal had taken a few bumps, they handed Hudson's Bay their largest defeat of the season at Kiggins Bowl, 55-14. One of the reasons why that was kind of a shocker is because the week before, Ridgefield went on the road to Washougal and handed the Panthers their second home loss of the season. So the Panthers lost twice in league, both games at home. First to the Woodland Beavers, and then to the Ridgefield Spudders, 38-28. Ridgefield got the better of Washougal. So that's how we got here. All 3 teams 5-2 in the Greater St. Helens League standings. The second place team tonight will host a game against Aberdeen on Saturday. The third place team will take a trip to Chehalis to take on the WF West Bearcats. And then finally, the loser of game number 1 here between Ridgefield and Hudson's Bay will take the trip up north to take on the Tumwater Thunderbirds. So a lot is at stake here tonight, although all 3 teams will play at least one more game this season. One of them will enjoy the friendly confines of their home field and stadium. But the other two will hit the road for what it's worth. Ridgefield did play at WF West already this season. If Ridgefield were to get a victory here in the first matchup of the tiebreaker, they would potentially go back to WF West. They won in the season opener there on the road 27-21. So they have a familiar opponent potentially in the postseason. Hudson's Bay and Ridgefield take the sidelines. Fans, as I often say, if you haven't watched the live stream before, thank you for being with us. I am Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media, proud to provide tonight's live stream coverage. Please share the live stream link with friends and family. I had originally planned on doing this on Facebook as well. However, the Battleground guest Wi-Fi has Facebook streaming restrictions. Probably pretty smart. So we're only on YouTube tonight, so if you have a Facebook account, you follow me on my Facebook page, please share this live stream link on that timeline. You can also text it to your buddies. And also type into the live stream comment section like Patrick did. Says Go Spuds. You can type in where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, what high school you are that's scouting this game, what your favorite color is, ask an announcer anything and everything, as we've got about 5 minutes to go, and we are going to have introductions here.
Both teams will have an opportunity to start at the 25-yard line going in. If the score remains tied, a second series will start at the 25-yard line. If the score remains tied, then both teams will be given a series starting at the 10-yard line and continue from that mark until the game is decided. Once the defense obtains possession of the ball through an interception or recovered fumble, the ball is dead. All other overtime rules are in the National Federation football rulebook shall apply. And at this time, can everyone rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's play ball. Oh, wrong sport. Just kidding. In case you didn't hear the announcer on the PA, because I was talking a little too much, each team will have an opportunity to possess the football. Overtime rules apply. First team possesses, second team chance to match or do better. And if they are still tied at the end of the first overtime period, they will do it again. If we are still tied, they will move it up to the 10-yard line, and they will keep going from there. If there is an interception or a fumble recovered, it is dead at that spot. It cannot be returned to the other end zone where the Washougal Panthers are busy warming up. Change of possession will occur, and we will keep going. Couple minutes away here, folks. Started the stream early for this purpose. We're 2 minutes ahead of 7 o'clock. And the Eagles and the Spudders are ready to take the field to decide who gets a chance to play for the second seed and who will be heading to Tumwater. Ridgefield will start on defense. Watch big number 74, Danny McDonald, on the defensive line for Ridgefield. And here we go, Michael Miller, the quarterback under center for the Eagles. And it's a handoff up the middle and a big hit in the hole. Carrying the ball was number 3, Akil Bauman. Gain of roughly 2. Second down and 8. Ball spotted now on the 23-yard line, just underway. Game number 1 of 2. I formation, handoff. Little bit of running room, short of the marker. Good, powerful run there. That's Raphael Bauman, older brother of Akil. Third down and 2. So already a big moment here in the overtime period. If Ridgefield is able to hold Hudson's Bay here, it would bring up a crucial 4th down decision, knowing that they got to give the ball to Ridgefield, and it's I formation, it's a handoff, and this looks to be first down yardage, depending on the spot. Looks as if we're going to have exactly 2 yards, and yes, that is the indication. It is going to be a first down carry for the Eagles, and again, it's Raphael Bauman, and we got an official's timeout. So the Eagles need all 3 downs to convert. Again, just underway here at Battleground District Stadium, the home stadium for both the Battleground Tigers and the Prairie Falcons. Prairie currently having a 3-way tiebreaker in the 3A Greater St. Helens League with Evergreen and Kelso, unless that happened earlier. Either way. Split backs, motion man, handoff to the motion man, coming near side, cutting it up the field, space, breaking a tackle, and down into the end zone! It's Raphael Bauman for 6, touchdown, Eagles. The jet sweep on the split back pro set formation. Great lead block out in front on the left side, 6-0 Hudson's Bay. As we are already going to see Ridgefield tested, and these PATs are extremely important in this scenario. Joey Roper on for the extra point try. Hold is high, snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 in the OT period. Hudson's Bay strikes first. Ridgefield must score 7 or more to either keep this going or win it in regulation. Again, fans, type in to the live stream comment section if you care to, who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. Now Ridgefield a chance to answer. Braden Malella, the quarterback, landed to Beaumont, wide receiver, split out wide near side, one-on-one coverage. 3 wide receivers, shotgun, handoff, and it's going nowhere. In fact, it's a loss on the play. In there to disrupt it is Talon Leon Guerrero. That's a loss of 4. Don't have time to get going here, folks. Hudson's Bay sharp on their first and only possession here of the tiebreaker. Trips far side, tight end on the line, near side. Malella with some time now rolling, being flushed near side, looking to turn and square up, and he throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 14 upcoming. Ben Concannon, the closest wide receiver in the area.
It's now 3rd and 14 for Ridgefield.
Again, just underway. but we could be quickly ending game number 1. Washougal awaits. Hudson's Bay already scoring a 15-yard touchdown from Raphael Bauman. Malella rolls to the right, throws to the right, has a man to the right, and it's caught. Did he stay in bounds to get the distance? No, it's going to be short. 4th down and 2 coming up here for Ridgefield. This could be the end of the first game. Ridgefield needs 2. Cash Hill is money on 3rd down. But there is a flag, it looks like. Didn't see it. Yep, it's back there on the 30-yard line, and they got a legal formation against Ridgefield. So not what the doctor ordered there. Tyson in the live stream comment section with some potato references. Obviously, yes, potato this, potato that. Potato, potato. It don't matter how they get into the end zone. They got to figure out a way to do it. It's 3rd and 19. A long look over at the far sideline. Penalties and negative plays can be an absolute killer when it comes to the overtime rules. Right down the line in front of us. Motion, far side. Malella with time. Goes to the outside, a little flat route, looking to get some of it back here, and a tackle is broken, and scooting out back to the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of 9, Clyde Stevens, number 25. 4th down and 10. So Ridgefield's smart in getting about half of the yardage that they need back. Can kind of open up the playbook a little bit more here. Work some intermediate routes in the middle. Might want to look to see if you can't get Landon DeBeaumont, who's here on the near hash mark, number 16, maybe a little dig route, 12 yards downfield. He also has one-on-one coverage, no safety help. The single safety now comes over as Akil Bauman. 4th down and 10. And this one is caught, a 1st down. And there is DeBeaumont. What a ball there. Great route on the deep comeback. That one is caught at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Spudders. Fans, if you have not done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. We will have more live stream action in the future, of course, potentially streaming a playoff matchup this weekend, depending on results. Depending on which team wants a live stream. All of the above. So please, it helps me out tremendously just to have you hit the subscribe button. If you like what I do, it helps me, keeps me in business. Trips to the top, single wide receiver to the bottom. Stevens gets the handoff, guard pulls, going inside. Stevens jump cuts into the hole. Stevens is into the end zone. What an individual effort. Touchdown, Ridgefield. Clyde Stevens. Let's see if the Spudders are going to go for the extra point or go for 2 in the win. And they're going to go for the extra point. And it's going to be Brandon Rogers, number 33. Looking to tie this one up. All of these plays are super magnified. Snap is good. Hold this down. Kick is up, and it's off the upright. No good. Oh, it was hit well. The Eagles win on a missed extra point in the OT. You feel for Rogers. Immediately picked up by his teammate Chet Pace, but man, what a tough way for it to end there for Ridgefield. They are going to head to Tumwater to take on the T-Birds this Saturday. Time still to be determined. But Hudson's Bay lives to play another game as they're going to do a quick handshake here. Tough to see it end that way for the Spudders. An 8-yard touchdown run by Clyde Stevens after Ridgefield was faced with 3rd and 19 They trim it to 4th and 10, convert on a deep comeback route to Landon DeBeaumont. And then Stevens gets him into the end zone. Brandon Rogers, unfortunately, unable to connect on the point after touchdown. So Hudson's Bay will get a quick little breather here. Washougal over on the other side of the field warming up. Let's go ahead and zoom into the winning team's huddle over there in the end zone. 7-6, Eagles. So the Eagles are guaranteed no worse than 3rd with the win. They are either going to host Aberdeen or travel to WF West. So fans, there is 9 minutes on the clock until the start of the next game with Washougal and Hudson's Bay. Only fitting on the eve before Halloween that the two teams playing for the 2nd seed are going to be orange and black. As the Eagles get a moment to celebrate, their day is not over quite yet. Again, fans, Nick Sisson here on behalf of N2 Media. Had a great time streaming so far this season and super appreciative of the audience always supporting me. And you can support me just by hitting the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. My goal is to try to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of football season. That's a loftier goal than I anticipated. I'm like right at 300-ish almost, 289, 290. So help me out. Just subscribe. I don't care if you watch another live stream for the rest of your days. Brom Stewart with a spectacular comment. That's a tough way to lose, but playing Tumwater will be tougher. Yes, wholeheartedly agree. Kelsey's got some eagle emojis with a yellow and black heart. Stylish. Love it. Kelsey says, thanks so much for streaming. Absolutely, Kelsey. Hopefully I'm saying thank you for subscribing. Lori Webb says, let's go Washougal. Got to be honest with you, when it comes to live streams in the fan bases, I predominantly do most of the Ari Long and Mark Morris games just because that's where I'm centrally located. But man, I mean, the visiting fan bases have been phenomenal. Specifically, Ridgefield's always great. Only chance to stream them one time. Washougal was amazing. Great fan base. Battleground, another great fan base on the live stream chat. Hudson's Bay, I didn't get a chance to really give them my all because my laptop broke, fell out of a window before that game against R.A. Long on the 5 o'clock start time. So did not get the stream up until like the 2nd quarter. So Bay fans, I know you're great too. I just haven't had a chance to get to know you guys in the live stream comment section like I have most of the other teams. But if you guys aren't busy and you like hearing about high school sports in the state of Washington, specifically high school football coming up on Wednesday night, my boy Tyson McCallum and I, we're on Twitter, or X as the kids call it, and we're going to do a preview show for the crossover round this week, talk about some regular season finales from last week. We like to keep it light, keep it fun, bring on coaches, and we're going to have Jason Ronquillo, the head coach of Yelm High School, come on for an interview. That's this Wednesday. Pigskin Profits on this YouTube channel, also on Twitter and Facebook and Twitch. Adam, absolutely. Thank you so much. Adam says, go Shoog. Brom says, go Panthers. Quentin says, Hudson's Bay 35, Washougal 17. Don't think that's going to be possible here today, since it's going to be a very shortened Yeah, shortened game. Won't be a full game. Could be 7-0, could be 6-0, could be 3-0, could be 2-0. Can't be 2-0. Just kidding. But yes, I love the names down here in Vancouver, especially for the schools. You know, Fort Vancouver, great name. Hudson's Bay, phenomenal. Battleground, absolutely. Prairie, they're all great names. Even Columbia River, I guess there is a river called Columbia. So that makes some sense. I won't go much further than that, although I do like the mascot, the Papermakers. I'm old enough to remember back when Camas and Washougal used to be hated rivals, absolutely hated rivals. This is before Union, of course, before Skyview. I mean, way back in the day, before Camas got a lot bigger than what it is. But Washougal and Camas, that was a big rivalry. Dub Shougal on top, I like it. Let's go Washougal. Keith Clark, he'll be on the broadcast for the NFHS Network and Tumwater. Keith, I've done some games with Matt King. Matt King's actually joined the Pigskin Profits. I was at the state tournament last year for the 1A boys and girls and the 2A boys and girls state championship working for ESN, and it was a blast. It was great. Yeah, I might actually be up in Sumner coming up Friday for ESN doing the Battleground and Sumner game because I know the Battleground crowd loves me. So if you're going to be watching that, it just depends. I might be local. Like I said, it depends. I will say that I've been wanting to go to Washougal and stream a game. Have not done that. I did one at Kiggins Bowl one time. It was tough, but did it. Don't know how it would work out because of the VPS game time. Those guys do phenomenal work, though, by the way. I love the history lesson that we're getting from Quentin in the live stream comment section, by the way. Phenomenal. I'm using the Papermakers mascot right now. oh man, that's a tissue. That's a tissue plant. I don't know if the local Camas paper mill produces that. They may very well, but I don't know. I don't know if it's owned by Cascade Tissue Company, but that's probably the comment of the night right there, Cody or Corey, excuse me. Oh man. Just so you know, I've had the camera over here for a minute. Yes, indeed, there is Washougal. They are here, and they are practicing. Holden B is here. Sam Evers is here. And again, if you missed the pregame, which was brief, when these two teams played, it was at Kiggins Bowl, and Washougal beat the brakes off of Hudson's Bay 55-14. Lucky for Hudson's Bay is it doesn't have to play. They don't have to play that long. All they got to do is score one more time than Washougal does in a very shortened period of time, and they're the number 2 seed hosting Aberdeen on Saturday. Washougal appears satisfied with their efforts during pregame. They're going to head over towards the far sideline. Hudson's Bay, very satisfied with their recent win in game number 1 against Ridgefield. Huddled up and letting out some yells at the 20-yard line. The Eagles getting good support here. Nicole says, "Let's go Panthers," in all caps. But yeah, back to Washougal. Would love to go down to Washougal. Great stadium, great field. Possibly stream a game there Saturday. It all just depends on time. Believe it or not, I do have a life. I am going to be coaching some basketball on Saturday. A doubleheader, so we'll see what the time frame looks like. But it's so awesome to have everybody with us in the live stream comment section. Ryan Hickey says, let's go Cooper. Not 100% sure if that's Cooper Maxey or Will Cooper. Either way, they both have Cooper in the name. So it's a quick one here tonight, folks. At least from game one standpoint. We're ready to go for game number 2. And the Eagles will begin on offense once again. Hudson's Bay downhill. A little side to side. Bauman, the side to side guy, and the tailback is split out wide. Far side on the wing, off the line in motion. Clears the line this time. Patience from the Eagles. This time looking over to the sideline. And going the opposite way. Pitch near side. Fake to Bauman. And not much running room. Good stout defense here. Pursuing the outside. It's Akil Bauman with the carry. Picks up 1. Good defense there by the Panthers. And I couldn't tell, but it might have been a change at quarterback here to start this game for Hudson's Bay. It was Michael Miller, the junior, and here it is William Clark. So dual quarterback options for the Eagles as they go pro set. Split wing near side, wide receiver on the line up top, handoff right side. Bauman gets through. Bauman is hit at the marker, and he is going to be down right there at the 15-yard line, reminiscent of the first drive that Hudson's Bay had, their first and only drive against Ridgefield that culminated in a 15-yard touchdown. Bauman with 9 back-to-back carries. Akil, that is. Good power running. You don't see the pro set used very often. And it looks like Akil is a little bit hobbly after that run. He is going to be subbed out. Good job by the coaching staff of Hudson's Bay noticing that. It's head coach Mark Olivero done a great job in his second year, second stint. Handoff, Raphael Bauman, and he crosses the 5 down at the 4-yard line, almost getting it into the end zone. The Eagles are just going right at the teeth of the defense so far here tonight. Now it's up to the Washougal Panthers defense on 1st and goal from the 4 to prevent Hudson's Bay from finding pay dirt. Looking to go 2 for 2. Miller inserted back in at quarterback. Split wide receivers on each side. Handoff, Bauman, handoff, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Hudson's Bay wasting no time in either matchup. 6-0. This could be a matchup of nothing but offense, but these are crucial, as we just found out a few minutes ago with Ridgefield's Brandon Rogers missing on the PAT after Ridgefield was looking to tie it up. Roper, set, kick up, Roper, right, down the middle. So we are off and running in game number 2. Fans are still pouring into the stadium looking to watch this event, and it could be over by the time they even get in their seats. No concessions tonight, though, so the people who came hungry will have the ability to go and eat something fairly quickly. I might have some Golden Corral on the menu or something after this with all the time that's going to be left. Here we go, quads to the top, single wide receiver at the bottom. Holden B, the quarterback for Washougal, empty, ready to go. He can run with it, folks, and that's what he does. And he jump cuts in the hole, and he's going to get one, maybe two. It looks like one. So the Panthers looking to clear it out with the numbers on the outside, but the Eagles not respecting the Panthers wide receivers there, going man coverage across the board, leaving some extra help inside. Now we've got 4 wide receivers, twins to each side. Pistol. Got to locate Sam Evers, the top target for the Panthers here. And B, back to pass, loading up, going deep, down the middle, catch is made! Touchdown, Panthers! Well, like I said, you got to locate Evers, and there he is. It's a 24-yard strike from B to Evers. Let's see what Washougal chooses to do. I think they're going to go for the game-winning play right now. They are. B on the field. Everyone's going home soon tonight. I don't know how you feel about this decision, Washougal fans. Offense made it look easy there, and now we've got a timeout. Hudson's Bay, wise decision. I think that the Eagles want to make sure that they get the right defensive play call here. More so, I think also you kind of want to maybe see if the Panthers are going to second-guess their decision. Head coach Dave Hajek, a guest on Pigskin Profits earlier this year, talked about his team and hoping to get some resiliency out of them this year. And this is a situation right here where Washougal has a big chance to be resilient. Same can be said for the Eagles of Hudson's Bay. I think, honestly, though, that if you look at how effective the Eagles have been so far in their 2 drives, having no issue running the ball and winning at the line of scrimmage, this might be the play. You know, your best opportunity to win might be to go for 2 and the win here. And they are going for it here. Pistol formation. Evers split out wide, 1-on-1. Cooper slides over, motion man, covers to the right. Speed option, B, into the end zone! The Panthers are gonna host the Aberdeen Bobcats coming up on Saturday at Washougal High School. The speed option kept by the Do-It All-Star player in the Greater St. Helens League 2A. No, I'm not talking Elijah Anderson. I'm talking quarterback. Holden B, University of Idaho commit, wins the game 8-7 for the Panthers. Like I said, folks, it's going to be early tonight as these teams are going to shake hands. Hudson's Bay will make a trip to WF West High School coming up on Saturday to take on the WF West Bearcats. Hudson's Bay, your number 3. Washougal, your number 2. Halloween covered colors unite at the 50. In case you were wondering, the pesky Woodland Beavers, who finished first all by themselves, are going to be hosting the Rochester Warriors coming up on Friday night at Beaver Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff. Woodland, your number 1 Greater St. Helens League representative. Rochester, the number 4 EVCO representative. And again, Washougal will host Aberdeen coming up on Saturday. Hudson's Bay is your 3 at WF West, and then Ridgefield, the 4 seed. They are going to take on the Tumwater Thunderbirds. Tough task for anybody, no matter where you're at. Washougal celebrating, rightfully so, in the end zone. And on the other side, Hudson's Bay taking a knee, nothing to hang their heads about. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. Couldn't have asked for much more. But Holden B executes the speed option brilliantly from 3 yards out to get the 2-point conversion for Washougal to win it. 8-7. Folks, the games lasted a combined 30 minutes. So not much of your evening has been wasted, as Washougal will head back to the bench area after doing a go team on 1. And they got to get their mind right for Aberdeen coming up on Saturday. So that was pretty quick and easy. Sam Evers, a 24-yard touchdown catch from Holden B on the second play of the drive for Washougal. That did not take long, folks. Same can be said, though, for Hudson's Bay. A 4-yard touchdown run from Raphael Bauman, and an extra point was up and good from Joey Roper. But not a long time for everybody to get their sea legs underneath of them here at Battleground Stadium. Only fitting that a team wearing orange wins the tiebreaker here. Nicole says, let's go Washougal, with some emojis with hearts in them. Of course, Amanda doing the exact same thing. Got Quentin says, hey Jack, with huge cojones. I would tend to agree with that. That's a big decision there. But I like the decision, you know. Like I mentioned right at the timeout point, I love the decision that he's willing to make there, because I think that what he was thinking was, hey, you know, if this team is going to run the ball this effectively, you know, they don't need to throw to be successful. You know, they can just pound it right at us. Might as well go for the win right here, because, I mean, we're going to have to put our offense right back out on the field. Yeah, we might put pressure on Hudson's Bay, but you know, it's a gunfight type situation here for both teams. And Washougal just had the fastest gun here tonight. And, you know, they have arguably the best player on the field. Why not put it in the best player's hands? Love the decision. And, you know, after a season that, you know, I won't use the word tumultuous, right? But some definite, you know, moments in the year where Washougal just kind of left everybody scratching their head, collectively going, huh? Really? So, you know, here we are. Washougal ends up getting the number 2. They still get to host a game in the playoff round. If they win that game, they're very much a live, you know, dog, if you want to consider them an underdog, but they're very live when it comes to beating just about anybody in the state. So, you know, I think that they've got just about as good a chance as anybody. As we saw here tonight, the one thing that would slightly concern me if I was a fan of both Ridgefield and both even Washougal tonight is that, you know, teams that run the football might give them some problems. Obviously, it's a long game, and, you know, conditioning will play a huge factor in how, you know, the game plays out on the field. But nevertheless, you know, Washougal's got that ace up their sleeve in Holden B, and one of the better wideouts as well in the 2A class in Sam Evers. And they can compete with just about anybody. And they're going to compete with Aberdeen coming up this Saturday at Washougal. Time to be determined. Location has been determined. Same thing can be said for Hudson's Bay, as they will head to WF West High School to take on the Bearcats. That will be a good game. WF West has been playing a lot better as of late. And if you do the algorithm math that says who beat who, I really do think that Hudson's Bay is going to look at the, well, you know, we beat Ridgefield on the road. We beat Ridgefield in the tiebreaker. WF West lost to Ridgefield, but that was all the way back in week number 1 of the season. So a lot to be determined still as we move into the weekend. And plus, you know, these teams played tonight. You know, the other teams from the EVCO didn't have to. They all got everything all figured out last weekend. So they're going to be a little bit more rested. And, yeah, I have a feeling that both these teams are going to be itching to get back out there and prove themselves. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game, though, between WF West and Hudson's Bay. A true coin flip type of matchup WF West with a great season last year, stumbling out of the gates a little bit this year, took their lumps against the likes of Linden, the likes of Tumwater. So we'll see how the matchup plays out, but Hudson's Bay, a very physical team. See if WF West is up for the challenge. Thank you guys in the live stream comment section. Again, I'm going to tell you one last time. If you haven't done so yet, please follow us on the live stream. All you got to do is hit subscribe, and that's it. And then watch the next stream if you want to. Don't watch the next stream if you don't want to. I love the comment that says it was rigged. That's phenomenal. Jake says, good luck to all the teams this week. Absolutely. Good job, Jake. Robert says, thanks for the stream. Go Shoog. Yep, absolutely. We've got some Bearcat fans anxiously watching. Probably some, Bearcat Thunderbird supporters. Absolutely. Want to peep in. Even those Aberdeen Bobcat supporters. I think Aberdeen is, going to have to come ready to go when they go to play at Washougal. That's going to be a real tough game for the Bobcats. So, Battle of Cats, Bobcats and Panthers mascots as the fog rolling in, unless they had some fireworks or anything like that. But, all right, guys, I appreciate the live stream. I will have an update for you to determine where I will be streaming the next event at. See what I can do. Obviously, I have a life and I have a schedule on Saturday, so we'll see if I can make it work with one of the teams around the area. But I appreciate everybody watching and all the live stream comments, and I will appreciate you subscribing and really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations tonight to the Washougal Panthers who win the tiebreaker. They call it a Kansas tiebreaker, but it's not truly a Kansas tiebreaker, but whatever they call it, they won it. They are the number 2 seed. Hudson's Bay finishes second tonight in the tiebreaker, third in the standings. Ridgefield finishes fourth in the standings, third in the tiebreaker. So an exciting night of football, albeit a very short, exciting night. Lights are going out. The party's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. On behalf of N2 Media, this is Nick Sisson saying so long from Battleground District Stadium. Washougal, your number 2 seed, and they will take on Aberdeen coming up this Saturday. Thank you again, fans, so much. Hope you all have a great evening.